Hello guys, how are you? Today we are, as you can see, in the city of Edinburgh. Wow, are we? I didn't know. So yes, we are in South Queensferry, which is apparently is part of Edinburgh. Yeah, no, I knew that actually. And yes, and the park here is called Station Road Park. Okay, so let's have a little walk in this lovely park. Okay guys, oh, how lovely it is. I didn't know of its existence. And yeah, basically I've done another video before coming here in my car in selfie vertical mode, and basically the reason why I'm finding myself here is because how nice is being outside. I've not been doing that at all, and also I've not been doing that, you know, losing yourself, you know, in places that you don't know. Wow, it's beautiful. It is nice. The reason why I'm here is because I thought to go to have a walk on the bridge and basically film myself walking on the bridge, and of course all the beautiful things that you can see, all the beautiful view that you have basically you know, from the bridge, right? So the sea and the lands, you know, the two opposite coasts, yeah. And yeah, so look at this little group of trees and the famous poop in a black bag, which I often talked about, isn't it? I have often talked about it, and yes, and nobody seems to have an answer of why people would bring their little black bags, you know, put the poo in the bags and leave them there. You know, that poo, and I read the comments on the video that I've done before, and somehow Scottish or British people, they still do not understand the gravity of it. They seem to focus on the littering thing, you know, and the problem of having a poo there, which of course is a problem, and of course is a problem for me as well. But they don't seem to grasp, the majority of them, they don't seem to grasp the fact that if the owner of the dog would have left the poo in a place like this or like that one, so in a garden, in a park, on the ground, on the soil of Mother Earth, okay, that poo would have been a lot better if it had been left alone rather than put in a plastic bag. They don't seem to grasp it somehow. You know, they don't seem to understand. So they think that, look how beautiful is this path, you know, from Edinburgh city or metropolitan area, I don't know how you would call it. I am now in a forest. It's beautiful. I mean, not a forest of course, but it does look like a forest. It does have that vibe, you know, big trees, and they all seem to be like very natural and native trees. Yeah, you really have that feeling of being in a nice forest and a little bit humid and fresh with the that plant, what is the name of that plant? I have to find out, guys. I remember when I was a kid, I remember studying, now it could be wrong, but I remember studying when I was a kid that plant was there when dinosaurs were here. That plant also was there, and it's like one of the first plants that we had. And yeah, that struck me, that basically I liked that info, because I remember seeing that plant in where basically our family had our second house in the mountain. Okay, yeah, and that plant was everywhere in the woods, like here, exactly like here, you know. And in Italian that plant is called felce, and I don't know the word in English for that plant, right? I wonder if this bed, if this river bed ever host some an actual river, you know. I can see a little bit of water now it's very dark, so I wonder how is the GoPro handling this. I hope not too bad, I hope. Okay, so I just want to ask ChatGPT, I don't even know if there is enough signal, let's hope there is. So how do you say felce, the plant, which in Italian is called felce, in English? How do you say it in English? There's no network, guys, so I'm gonna check it later, okay? Don't worry about that, and I'm gonna put it in the comments, okay? You can put it in the comments, yeah? Okay guys, look at this lovely wall. Is it not beautiful? I'm so happy to just to, you know, take the car, park. You know, I couldn't see the car park where I was meant to go, and then here I am. Oh, now regarding the technical aspects of this video, which are very important, because, you know, shooting videos often, my god, look at that, shooting videos often, I should let you see that, but I don't want just now with the other cam, with the GoPro, but I don't want, because I don't want to lose the train of thoughts. Basically there was like a little cave in the wood that would have been a perfect house for an animal or something, okay, or for my imaginary characters. Am I pronouncing it right? Imaginary? Let's check this one as well. Oh, look at that. I'm in a nice neighborhood. Oh, by the way, the YouTuber average dad should live not too far from here. Not that I'm here for that reason. Plus I don't think he lives here. He lives in another town near here, but not this one, so I'm not here for him. But yeah, look at, it's a beautiful neighborhood, and yeah, who knows if one day I would be able to live in a place like that. Probably not as nice like this. And it's funny because, you know, I actually grew up in a house that was bigger than this one, and with a garden multiple times bigger than this one, you know. And now it's a little bit unkept. My house where I grew up is a little bit unkept, but originally it was a nice house, because my grandma was no, I don't think she was rich, but she was like a you know, a lot of normal people, like interested in living a nice life, you know, with nice, in a nice house and stuff like that, which is like the normality. But somehow we managed to concentrate in other things, and we lost a little bit that relation, you know, with the house, with the, you know, having a nice, well-kept house and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's a beautiful area, isn't it? Beautiful houses. I mean, they're as usual. I'm just noticing they're just the exact copy of each house is the exact copy of the next one. Now I want to find a better way of saying this, and again we will check. Okay, but I think you got exactly you understood exactly what I mean. Yeah, they're all the same. Basically, the houses are all basically the same. Still, they're nice. They're very nice. Yeah. Anyway, and yeah. So what I want to tell you guys is that yeah, look at that. Amazing, isn't it? Oh, so I was saying, oh, look at the wood there. Nice, eh? So I'm assuming that the guy has a fire place, right? Which is lovely. I love fireplaces, and unfortunately I've not seen many fireplaces here in Scotland. Almost zero so far. Not that I've been visiting houses, but yeah, I've seen that when people want to have that feeling of, you know, the fire in their house, they most of the times they tend to have that thing, that metal thing. How do you call it? Oh, I have the Italian word for it, not the English. Anyway, in Italian it's caldaia. Caldaia, and in English is it caldaia in Italian actually? Not sure. You know, where you basically light that little fire and it's gonna heat up all the house. I think it's called caldaia. I think it is. Let me see if there is connection here. I'm not sure if there is. How do you say caldaia in English? But by caldaia I mean the one where you basically start a fire, that metal thing with a kind of a cage, a door. You light a fire inside of it, and then it's gonna heat up the house. Is it called? How is it called in English and in Italian? Is it called caldaia? I'm doubting that one too. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Now there is a kid here, so let's cross the road. Yeah, no, internet connection is not working just now. And what I want to tell you guys is regarding the video mode. Basically, what do you think of me on this selfie mode? Basically, what I changed now compared to the last time that I've done this when I was in Burnt Island is that I have swapped the cameras. So basically now the GoPro is on my left and the DJI is on my right. Okay, because why did I do this? Because I'm holding the stick with my right hand, and now you should just now, because when I was holding the phone I had to hold the stick with my left, but now I'm holding it with my right, and the camera, the GoPro, is almost in front of me, while the other day the GoPro was on my right side, so my face would end up almost, I mean often would end up at the side of the video, causing it to have a fisheye effect, which now it shouldn't have that much. Okay, what do you guys think about it? And yeah, so basically we came here in this nice neighborhood. We have seen that lovely park, that little wood, right? Am I right in saying that wood is the correct word for it? Yeah. A small forest, wood, right? That is, of course, is a tricky thing for, you know, for the English learners, you know, because wood is, you know, like in Italian we have different words for wood in general and wood as a small forest, but in English it's the same, so it's a bit tricky, isn't it? Anyway, what I want to tell you guys is that, to me, even if I look like an idiot, you know, speaking in English, talking in English, and sometimes stopping myself, asking myself questions about the clarity and the correctness of whatever I'm saying, you know, even though I might look silly, to me it's the best thing I could do at the moment, right? It's very, very good, you know. It gives me, it prompts me, it pushes me to speak English more, and it enhances my fluidity in speaking English, my you know, the feeling of basically feeling how can I say this? It enhances the, sorry, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. 1 second, guys, let me see what's going on around me. I think this is the road where I parked my car. No, is that possible? My confidence, it enhances my confidence, you know. This is the thing, I have the vocabulary, but sometimes, depending on how nervous I am, the words will disappear from my brain, you know. And yeah, it depends how comfortable I am, you know, or not, you see. Now there is a lovely building here, like a company, a business, okay, if you know, like a factory or something. It's quite nice, and I wonder what kind of business it is. Now guys, I think I'm gonna stop the video just now, so that so to see, you know, where to go for the actual town and possibly the bridge. We actually came here for the bridge, right? So yes, so let's say I'm gonna stop the two videos, okay guys? So I'm gonna stop the GoPro first. Okay guys, so it was the Queensferry High School. It's beautiful, isn't it? I don't think in Kirkcaldy there are so beautiful high schools. I don't think so. I mean, it's not that beautiful as such, but it's not bad. It's a gigantic box at the end of the day, of course, but you can see that it's modern, and I'm sure inside there's gonna be all the appliances, all the computers, all the rooms, all the tables, you know, new stuff and stuff, you know, things like that. And yeah, Ashburnham Gardens. You see here in Scotland there are some names that are a little bit weird, probably in the whole UK, probably. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so I thought, let me go. I checked the map and I saw that this road somehow takes you to the sea, closer to the sea anyway. So yeah, now what I want to tell you guys, am I in focus? I have not been changing the lens since I started this video. It should be kind of in the middle between the flower and the opposite mode, what I call the person mode, even though is if you are shooting yourself like in front of the camera, it's not the best one. I think the best one is, as I said before, should be roughly in the middle, because the flower is kind of 10 centimeters from the object, so very, very close. And yeah, so if you're not really close, probably you can go a little bit farther than that. But that is yet to be seen, and there's no certainty just now about that. So another nice neighborhood. So as you can see, guys, Scotland is not that bad. It's not, you know, where I live is not the example of Scotland after all. Although, what are these bad? Why would you leave these plastics? I mean, they were kind of nailed into the ground to protect something, which could be understandable, but at the same time, I mean, is there not another way to do that? Maybe put some kind of little metal roofs, or even plastic roofs, like, you know, hard plastic, not that oh, what is the name for the bubbles? Bubble wrap? I think it's called bubble wrap. This time could be the only time where, anyway. You see lovely houses, very nice houses, but again, they're all, you know, the same. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But of course, it doesn't give you that sense of uniqueness that you get like when you're walking in a street in Italy. You know, every building, every house is most of the time, not always, but most of the time different from one another. Yeah. While here, Scotland is mainly, and UK probably in general, yeah, there's a lot of you know, areas with the same kind of house, you know, which is repeated and repeated again and again. Yeah. Over and over. Can I say over and over? I wanted to say over and over, but instead I went for again and again. This needs to be checked. So now I need to check the map again, because I don't know where I'm going at this point. I thought this road could have taken me to the sea, but apparently I'm just walking in a neighborhood here, nice neighborhood, but it would be nice to actually go to where I want to go. There is a path there that says Ferry Glen. It could be useful to go there, but let me see just now where I'm going if I keep going in this direction. Okay, so what I'm gonna see is in Google Maps, right? I think it is right. I think I'm going to the right in the right direction. I'm going in the right direction. Am I right? I'm going in the right. I am walking in the right direction. I am going to the right direction. Into the right direction. Which one is the best? Which one is not correct? All the things need to be checked. Okay, guys? Oh, this is where I came from. I'm sure. I was here. But I was here, yes, like a long time ago. Am I right? This is where I came from before. Oh my God, I'm like in a horror movie, like in a labyrinth. Oh my God. What am I doing? Sammy Sam, what are you doing? Oh, jeez. Anyway, let's keep going. What do you think, guys? Let's keep going. I'm gonna stop the video just now. Okay guys, so what I want to tell you regarding the settings of the microphone of the GoPro. Basically I've set it, basically there are two green lights on, which means it's like in the medium, kind of medium rather than maximum level. Yes, but we could try to put it at a maximum level. And so I came out from that lovely neighborhood thinking that I had already been there. Now I'm even questioning that, because as soon as I came out from that neighborhood, I was in this road, lovely path in these woods, which is beautiful, but I don't remember being here, having been here. Okay, no, sorry, I don't, yes, I don't remember having been here. Yeah, look at that, guys, look at that, right? So I could actually raise this stick a little bit. Yep, definitely. Could allow me to keep my hand a little bit more down to limit the effort, you know. Okay guys, and save a little bit of energy. Okay, or energy or energies, which one is the best? Hey guys, having said that, what I want to tell you that yeah, so, and this time I am recording basically with a wide screen on the GoPro rather than how do you call it, 4x3 kind of vision. And the reason for that is because basically it happened to me that I wanted to basically to switch when I play the video. Basically I'm gonna play one camera and then the other camera, and then of course they must be in the same ratio, otherwise they're not great, you know. And I'm thinking now, if then I want to make basically the GoPro screen appear like inside the other one, I can always shape it in the way I want, a little square, a little circle, or just leave it like that, but smaller, okay? Anyway, you see, I came here, parked my car, and I found these lovely paths that I didn't even know they existed, right? And they're gorgeous, you know, they're beautiful, which is you know, it's amazing, isn't it? Oh, my wife will not like this hat. She rightfully hates this hat, but the thing is, this hat has got this little thing which allows me to put a GoPro on it if I want. I do look funny with this hat, yeah. I look like if I was in a parish journey, you know. You know, with a church, isn't it? I don't know if you guys in Scotland do these kind of things, but of course, where I grew up, it was quite common. Or you know, like the way my dad can't talk with these motorbikes doing this noise. Look at this lovely path, isn't it amazing? this is Scotland for you guys. I mean, the amount that cannot be made plural, I think. The amount of paths, sorry guys, the way I pronounce paths is terrible, I'm sure. We can check. I'm sure I've checked it like 100 times, but I always forget. Because I think some people say paths, right? Some other people probably say paths, which doesn't sound right. Having these two cameras is good because even when you don't want to film people, you can always lower it and basically you can film your face just the way I did now. I mean, maybe because I was in a downhill path or on a slope. Again, this comes often. I check it every time, and I'm not sure. Every time I come across to this situation, I'm never sure of which one to use. Anyway, if I am in a downhill route or path, right? If I lower the camera, I'll be able to see myself. Right. Oh, I just want to say for the record that at some point I realized that the microphone that I'm connecting to the GoPro was basically exactly touching this buckle. How do you call this? I call it buckle, but maybe it's called differently. I don't even know the name in Italian, so I need to ask AI. You know, I say AI. I could ask Google, but of course AI. If you don't know the name of something, you're gonna explain it to it. You could just say that thing that does click when you're, you know, that thing that clicks, and it's part of the strap that is part of the fanny pack, right? So we are in South Queensferry, and of course there's gonna be a lot of people here because it's quite a touristy town. Is touristy a word? I'm not sure, but yeah. Village probably rather than oh, I was saying guys, basically anyway, brunch, lunch and dinner. Look at this lovely pub here or restaurant, you know, in a very old building. Well, here every house, every building is quite old, isn't it? It's nice because I've never been here. Actually, I'm thinking now, I remember being here, but who is shouting like I've... Jesus Christ. Clansman Kilt Makers and Highland Outfitters. There you go. So for whoever wants to buy a kilt, please feel welcome to come. These kids with their awful, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Okay, you're not awful, sorry guys, but I mean, why doing all this big noise, isn't it? Camera unit power, why? Oh, it wasn't, oh no. Okay, well, I wasn't filming on with the DJI. The DJI wasn't recording. Very good. Welcome DJI. Look at this lovely building in red here. The red painting, nice. Look at the wine they're consuming is I would say it's not good wine. Oxford. What did it say? Oxford wine. Then we have Pacha del Fuego Chardonnay, finally in Italian, Burdizzo Chianti. This look good. Then we have Rioja, all different kind of wines. Nice. But this one, it looks really, I think it's really cheap, isn't it? I'm not sure. Oxford, they say a lot. How can you call a wine Oxford? I mean, England is not famous for wine, am I right? Everything but wine. Yeah. So the car park should be there, right, near the bridge. So I'm very far from where I want it to be. Okay. Here we have a lovely pub with these nice flower pots with Birra Moretti written on them, which is nice. Let's promote Italy. Let's drink Birra Moretti if you drink beer. I don't. 30 knots, so people are very much. I wonder if people get married here or something like that. And yeah, so.
Or do you like me talking like?
Yeah, so probably I look a little bit funny, isn't it? Look at that. I think I should walk near the river, near the sea, isn't it? What do you think, guys? Oh fuck! A group of guys, young guys are the worst. They're gonna. How do you say? Impalare. I shouldn't use Italian. I know. Impalare. How do you say that? Impale, you know, like put me on a stick from my bottom. I need to check that. I'm gonna close the video that time, guys. Or actually I'm just gonna silently drop the camera down as if I was not recording a video. Look at it. It doesn't look like a seagull, does it? So guys, the simulation went very smoothly. Okay, I acted as if I wasn't recording, but I was, and not that I wanted to record them, but I just didn't want to stop the video, isn't it? And well, also in case they were going to say something funny, it would have been nice, you know, to have them on record on the video, you know. Now I see there is like a ristorante italiano. I don't, you know, the only way to say it is since that's what it says. That's what it says, yeah. With a beautiful sea view here, and human cantilever. I have no idea of how this is pronounced. Human cantilever, no idea. The fourth bridge is designed like a cantilever in a famous lecture in 1887, 100 years before I was born. Two engineers formed a human model of the bridge with a human model. Oh, nice. Of this bridge here. Beautiful. You see, they are looking like a bridge. With a young Japanese former engineering student, Kaiichi Watanabe, acting as the girder in the middle. Girder, it must be like a part of the bridge, I would think, right? In 2007, the Bank of Scotland commemorated the experiment on a £20 note. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Queensferry Arms Hotel, a ghostly how. The Hound Point oil terminal east of the fourth bridge recalls the dog that haunts the point on stormy nights. Sir Roger de Mowbray may have taken his faithful hound with him when he went on crusade. He died in battle. A pint on Sundays, blah blah blah. A feast for the birds. Look out for seals sunning themselves. Oh, look at that, sunning them. Oh, you know, it's good to read because this is a channel now to learn English. It has become so. It's good. Look out for seals sunning themselves on the rocks near here. You might also see red-legged oyster catchers. That's how it's called, this one. Oyster catcher one, pecking in the seaweed. And I don't know how to say this one. I don't know what it means. Eider ducks teaching. So it's a kind of duck, yeah. Eider ducks teaching their chicks to dive for food, or gulls hopping. This is hop. So hopping, or gulls hopping for a potato chip. I think that's how you say, yeah. Hopping, like hopping instead of popping, I think. Am I right? Then let me read this one. But a pint on Sundays. Queensferry once had 7 hotels which allowed pubs to serve bona fide travelers on Sundays. Okay, bona fide. Okay, good faith. The ferries were packed with people taking a trip to prove that they were genuine travelers rather than just out to enjoy themselves. I wasn't actually understanding what I was reading. So Queensferry once had 7 hotels which allowed pubs to serve bona fide or fide travelers on Sundays. The ferries were packed with people taking a trip to prove that they were genuine travelers rather than just... I'm gonna have to reflect on this thing because I'm not quite catching the meaning of it. I mean, yeah, almost, but not quite. Also because there's a few people here. So upstairs, downstairs, a shortage of building land between the high ground and the shore led to an unusual solution. The front doors of the terraced houses opened onto a pavement above street level. The pavement formed the roof of their cellars where booths were stored. Okay, guys? And here a nice symbol of the... I wonder if this symbol is like an old one. No, it can't be too old because of the bridge. It's nice though. It is nice.
Am I in your film, by the way?
Yes, you are. You know, when somebody stops me or asks me something, my brain kind of stops for a moment and I have to think of what to say. Anyway, yeah, it's nice here. I wonder if there are seals. What do you think? I don't see any seal. It's amusing to think that a whale basically landed herself down there, and in Curas, in a place called Curas, there was this whale who the word is not landed. How do you say? It's not landed. It's stranded. Got stranded herself. I'm assuming the whale, because in Italian, the whale, la balena, you know, it's got a female. It's a female name, right? But of course, the whale could potentially, of course, be a male. Okay. So the Italian restaurant is called Miramare, and wow, it has a nice medieval feeling. You know, it reminds me of that. You see, now I'm elongating the stick here, actually, which is good. and it reminds me of when I was in South America. I was in Ecuador, and I had a lovely dinner in a place like this one on the sea or a big river. I think it was a big river in that case, or like this, like, you know, where the river meets the sea, which is called Fourth. Is it called Fourth? On a Fourth. So let's say it was as well a restaurant on a Fourth like this one. I'm not sure if the word is Fourth, because it might be a Scottish word. I don't know. Anyway, this needs to be checked as well. And yeah, so there were windows on the sea or river or whatever it was, on the water, and yeah, there was a nice atmosphere that I'm sure there is not in this one. I mean, probably there is a very nice atmosphere here as well, but not quite the same as the one that there was in Ecuador. Since in Ecuador, basically, there were of course South American people. There was a lot of music, a lot of there was some kind of vitality that is more South American than, you know. There was a vitality that is more South American than Scottish, you know. Not to downgrade the Scottish vitality, if vitality is even a word. Look how beautiful is this little garden. Yeah, it's nice, eh? And this, yeah, it does look really, it does have a nice medieval vibe. Yeah. Look at that. It's nice. Remember me, dear Sam, remember yourself and remember myself as if we were two of us. To take a photo out of the video. Oh, well, I can do like that. I'm gonna move the lenses, guys. And now, video, okay? I hope you can. You know, in this footage there must be one or two, how do you call them? Kind of screenshots. Good enough to make a nice photo, if you know what I mean. Let's move the wheel again in the middle a little bit. So no, you know what? That like balcony in the restaurant, it tells me that the restaurant is either closed now or closed forever, because yeah, it's very, very kind of deadish, if this is even a word. Not alive, not as Musk would say, it doesn't have a pulse. It seems not to have a pulse. At least the balcony. Maybe there are other parts of the restaurant that are more alive, but this one, and it also gives you that impression of being a little bit unkept, if you know what I mean. And then there is another Italian restaurant. Actually, it's not a restaurant, it's a fish and chips shop. Maurizio's, probably owned by Turkish people. the poor Maurizio has never, no, I don't know, but it could be the case that the old Maurizio either never existed or never set his foot in Italy in his life. It's common, I don't know why. Yeah, look at this lovely, how would you call it? It's not a path. It's beautiful though, isn't it? It's nice. I don't know how to describe it, because it's like a road on top of another road, isn't it? So are we recording, guys? Yes, we are recording everywhere. I hope it's a video in both cameras and not a time lapse or anything. But now I put the sound, so I should be able to understand if something is going wrong, even though before something went actually wrong, as I missed like 5 minutes of video in the DJI before. Anyway, probably because I forgot, or I thought it was recording, but I wasn't. Look at this. Interesting, eh? Very, very medieval vibe, I would say. Or anyways, if not medieval, very old vibe. I don't even know if in the Middle Ages this town was existing. Probably, or it was. I wouldn't be too surprised if it was actually existing in the Middle Ages. By the Middle Ages, I remember, at least in Italy, I remember studying that Middle Ages were considered to start with the end of the Roman Empire, so 476 or something like that, up to 1300, if I am correct. Oh, look at that. You know, I don't think I've ever walked so thoroughly this lovely village. I've never explored it as well, as good as I'm doing now. So probably I could come back just for the bridge. I don't think we'll be able to shoot the film, as that guy called it before, on the bridge. So this church, speaking of time and Middle Ages, this church was built in 1633, or either built in 1633 or rebuilt or modernized. Can't remember what is the word I'm looking at. I need to think in Italian first, I think. Yeah, kind of, yeah, rebuilt, I would say. Then checking if there was another word better than this one, right? Venal burial ground. Sorry, Venal burial ground. Venal burial ground. There you go. Let's go, guys. Right. So I don't like having people behind me. But look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna raise this thing, and now I wonder what the GoPro is. Oh, actually I could use this situation to make sure the microphone is working. The good thing of having the camera in front of yourself is that if the microphone is not working, well, the other microphone will work, and being in front of the camera, I don't see why there's gonna be, surely there's gonna be like audio, you know, the audio is going to be guaranteed. Am I right? I wanted to see where is the entrance of that lovely little church. I'm liking this little trip that I've done. I'm like on holiday, you know, that situation at my placement kind of triggered me, you know, to, you know, kind of, Sam, you know what, fuck all this problem, you know, just go out, just shoot a film, just go for a walk, you know, just enjoy yourself, you know, don't just live, yes, don't just live for, you know, the uni. And wow, I love this big house. It's amazing. 1819, the symbol of Royal Majesty, RM, I don't know, and there is an eagle. Beautiful house, you know, and with this black door, and I think the stones have been polished. I think somehow this house has been remodernized, or how, whatever you want to say. Now somebody's calling me, guys, so I'm just gonna answer and stop the video here, okay? Okay, guys, so we were let's go, let me find the words. We had been interrupted. Sounds a little bit too long as a verb, as a phrase. We had been interrupted. No, actually, no, sorry. Let me start again. We have been interrupted. No, but it's in the past, so we had been interrupted. Yeah? Or what about we were being interrupted? No, because, no. Okay, I'll go for we had been interrupted. Okay. We had been interrupted by my wife's call. Anyway, I'll check, and yeah. So this is lovely South Queensferry, and okay, there you go. I wonder if the lens is, they should be in the right place, right? They should be. I hope so. I'm gonna do a little check, sorry guys. All the way on the right, yeah, perfect. And now back here. Good, yeah. So this is the village, right? And okay, let's go. There is an owl there that says 879. Wow. And there is a lovely abandoned church that Jackie might like. I mean, you know, because Jackie was making fun of, I mean, it's not the right phrase. Basically, Jackie was saying, oh, because I was showing him where I was, my brother, this is Jackie, and basically said, oh, is that a church that has been transformed in a pub full of drunk people? And because he of course is quite Christian, right? So you see, it's quite a lovely village here. Somehow it reminds me of a little bit of the Italian villages, isn't it? Actually, why am I saying yes? 1 second. I think I know more Italian villages in the mountain rather than villages on the sea. There are, of course, but I would say I'm more used to the ones close to the mountain, right? I mean, yeah, like countryside and mountains, yeah. So, and actually probably, I mean, there is plenty of villages here in Scotland on the sea, yeah. So let me double check everyone is recording. Yes. And yeah. And this is South Queensferry, guys. So today we are out for a little adventure, eh? Again, you might want to take a picture out of this scene. Yeah. Although like that I'm not gonna be in focus, so I'm gonna move the wheel all the way there and I should be fine now. You see, now things are more in focus. Now, do you say in focus, or in focus? I don't think I'd go for the last one. I don't think so. I would rather say in focus, like a focus, but I'm not entirely sure. Now let's move the wheel back here. Okay, there is a little bit of dust on the lens, I mean outside, so I hope that it's not gonna hinder the video. Is this verb correct in this case? Let's check. It's not gonna ruin or spoil, I'm pretty sure this is a good verb, of course, spoil the video, but I wonder if hinder can be used. Not sure. We will know. We will look for it. Because, you know, the reason why I came out here, I mean outside my house, just because I cannot do videos, just videos in my car, you know, you get me. And then I will speak just about my professional life, which now, yeah, can be a little bit stressful, right? Yeah, somehow placements are always kind of a nightmare. Yeah, you're constantly on, you know, like, it's not like work, you know, when you're at work it's different, completely different. And I'm successful at work. I'm always successful, you know, almost always. But of course, when you are working, you have less, you know, working as a healthcare worker, you have less responsibilities than a nurse. Yeah. Now, let's go, right? I think I'm gonna go for that path. What do you think, guys? Or I should go back. Probably I should go back to the main road, just to show you the town, the village, right? Oh, look at that! That restaurant has access on the beach. It'd be nice to swim here. I mean, not that the water is not, clearly is not that appealing, of course, but you know, when it's more sunny, yeah. Now it's quite warm for Scotland, so it's nice. But yeah, I would say when it's sunnier. Do you say sunnier? I think so. It would be nice to go for a wee swim. This one looks like a face, isn't it? I wonder how I'm going to edit this video. I think the editing process should be always, almost perfectly known beforehand. Is beforehand a word? I think so. Beforehand. You know, when you're shooting the film, the video, you should always know how you're gonna present it, right? Look at this lovely table. Yeah, a little bit dusty though. Thanks. I think this place looks like it has been closed for a while. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Right. Graziano. Surely Graziano is another one that has never ever set his foot on the Italian land. I'm sorry, but I think so at least. Or maybe it was owned by Italians. I don't know. It could be owned by Italians. I have the feeling that often these restaurants are owned by Turkish people. They somehow prefer to sell themselves as Italians. It's more schooler, I think, for some reason. Well, I've been punished for offending the Turkish. I've been punished. No, because there was that plant had some spikes. Now the word is not spikes. Okay. What is the word? Is it spikes? Can't remember. I don't think it's spikes. Anyway, this is a church, a lovely church. I wonder what is the name of this church. And here, as Jackie predicted, there is like in front of the church, there is a very weird kind of place. Or maybe it belongs to the church, but I don't know. I mean, it could be nice, although like the chairs, very Scottish and weird chairs. I don't understand what is that back part of the chair. What kind of purpose does it serve? Oh, maybe it hosts the Bible. Yeah, so these must be churches' chairs that belong to the church, right? Pretty sure that part would host either the Bible or the songs book, you know, some stuff like that. Yeah. And the tables were really like, you know, of a poor 80, you know, style, like something that belongs to the 80s period, you know, a little bit not the 80s, but necessarily poor, but you know what I mean, like, you know, that kind of vibe, that old granny's house, you know. Not my granny, though. Actually, the 80s, for me, born in the 80s, they are not associated with granny's house. I think the granny's house for me would have more like a 70s, 60s, 70s kind of stuff in the house. It should have like a 60s, 70s style of cannot think of the word. Sorry guys, let me think. Ooh, look at the church, how nice it is from here, with the trees and the garden. One second guys, I want to think of that word. I don't want to, but then if I stop the video, okay, I could check on the internet. Okay, what is the word I'm looking for in Italian? It's like mobilio, maybe, for furniture. Oh yes, yeah. You see, I could come out. I was able to take it from my internal memory, my vocabulary. Look at this lovely bench. There are benches here in Scotland that are amazing, like with an amazing view. In Italy, a bench like that would be, there would be a line for sitting on this bench, you know. Anyway, let me stop. I think I'm gonna read a book here. I'm gonna myself as first and only person on the line, I'm gonna make good use of this bench, I think, guys. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy the video so far? I hope it wasn't too boring, and I hope this video was able to welcome new subscribers, and that's it. And guys, we need to hope that my placement is gonna be okay, because yeah, I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail. I want to make it. I want to become a nurse. There's no going back after 3 years. Come on, you just need to look at the nurses. They're just normal people. They're not stupid or anything, but they're no Einsteins, you know. If they have made it, I can make it, right? I can make it. I just hope that, you know, I'm not gonna have, you know, awkward situations where, you know, I'm like on the spot and I'm being like evaluated, or I'm being like judged, and, you know, people are gonna tell me, oh, you were not able to do this, or, you know, some other people told me that, you know, all that kind of nonsense. You know, I hope not. I don't know if you know, it's difficult to handle all that stress, you know. It's stressful. Okay guys, on a more cheerful note, okay, we need to snap out of little depressing moments, yeah. So I'm holding the stick with my left hand now, and that's why you're a little bit moving. I'm gonna stop the videos. One, I just had an idea, guys. In case I want to create vertical videos out of these two videos, I just need to put the two of them, you know, on top of each other, right? They're gonna form a square rather than a rectangle, you know, good enough to be a vertical video. But at least whoever's gonna watch it, you know, you're gonna have like at least half of the screen with a video in it, you know what I mean? Like if you for example, you have a 16:9 video, right? I want to make a short video, so a rectangular one, you know, without cropping anything. So you are gonna leave it 16:9, right? Then basically the screen is gonna be only like not even half full. It's like I don't know, a third full, you know, like almost whole the video is gonna be empty. You get me? But if you put two 16:9 videos on top of each other, at that point you still don't have the full screen filled with the footage. But I think probably two-thirds of the screen is filled, is full, so which is good. You know what I mean? Yeah, perfect. So that's what I'm gonna do if I want to create shorts out of these videos. Am I right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, bye bye guys.